Welcome back to Crazy Bill's Garage. And I have a guest. I have a guest here. She wants to get involved in the video. I don't know why. Say hi. But today we have a Purolator Tech compared to a CarQuest Red. It's not the blue one. It's not the high end one, but it's the blue one. And yes, these two canisters seem to be almost the same, if you noticed. That's because, well, let me see. So the Purolator Tech is has an efficiency of 96.5, is what I'm told. Made in the USA. Media, filter media is cellulose. Let's see. It is a jobber filter, of course, supplied to oil change places and stuff. I think the CarQuest is kind of the same way. And Hummel Purolator makes that, of course. Hummel and the ones who took over Purolator. Now my cat can't get down. I got to get her down. And then we have the CarQuest. It actually only has a 95.1 efficiency rating at 20 microns. Nitrile rubber anti-drain back valve up to 5,000 mileage recommended mileage. Made by Hummel Purolator Wicks Conglomerate. So that is probably why it looks a lot like the Purolator. And let us get these in the shot so we can get that thumbnail that we all want. Is that a good angle? Look at that. Only I could erase my hands and have them just floating there. I don't have that technology. But let us get out this awesome caliper, and we're going to check these. Let's see. Can I get them out? Wow, these things are tough. That one, and I should have weighed these. I will. We'll see if these are identical. I'm thinking they're pretty close to being identical. So the width, 177. That's of an inch. Let's go to, there we go. 4.49, 4.5 millimeter for the Tech. And I did measure that this way, right? Yep. And 4.37. It's close. And how tall are they? 6.20 for the CarQuest and 6.20 for the Tech. I'll put the Tech over there, CarQuest over here. And actually, I want to get the weight of these. So, here we go with the scale. Let this go in ounces first. CarQuest was over here. There we go. Put that on there. And we have 7.986 grams for the CarQuest, and the Tech 8.258. They're not identical, obviously. Let us move this over to my favorite, ounce. So 234.1 ounce for the Tech, and for the CarQuest 226.5. So there is a difference in these. CarQuest there, that one goes there. So let's take a look at these. They have pretty well, they're identical base plates. They have all the same markings, same numbers, everything on them. If I can get you in camera. There we go. And yeah, they are identical. And sadly, they both have louvers. See? I've learned how to say it. Louvers. So they both have louvers. I have no idea how to read the numbers on here. I know that many of you do. I just don't have time or patience to learn stuff like this. And let me get them cut open. So there we go. We got them cut open. At least I hope I do. What is going on here? Why won't this one come off? Same with this one. Oh my word. Here, get on there like that one. Oh, what do I see here? No. Oh, I do have my light on. Okay. Just seemed like it was a little dark. We have a little bit of rusties in here. Look at that. This one come from the south, the humid south. Let's read that number in here. I can't really read it. 13/16. Does this one have the same number? This one doesn't have a number. But you can practically see they are identical. And I do believe they fit the same vehicle. Why would they send me something different? This one, though, wow. But, okay, let us back up here. Let us get out this scale again. Let me check the tech base. Oh, you're not in camera there. 106.9 for the tech. 106.9. They're identical. There we go. That means I cut them perfectly. The anti-drainback valves, both nitrile rubber, and 3.8. Let's see this one for the CarQuest. Oh, it's different. This one is what? This one's 4.3. That one's 3.7. Okay, they are slightly different in some way. What might it be? I can't see anything that would be different. I think they are identical. It's just different weight. Okay, let's pull out filtrationers. And yes, like always, they both have the leaf spring. The good old leaf spring. Well, they're identical too. That one goes over there, that one goes there. And so I guess since I got the bottoms cut perfectly, it means the cup is cut perfectly. So we'll weigh that. 43.5 grams for the tech. 42 grams for the CarQuest. But let me just say, the Drop Tech has a sticker, which adds more weight. This one is painted on, so the sticker adds more weight. So let us now do the tests that I always like doing. I got a cat trapped behind me. I gotta get her. Okay, let's do the tech first. After I rescued my cat. Cats. Oh, 34 there. 35 there. We'll try one more off the sticker here. Ooh, 30 there. 30. Oh, maybe we're getting 30s here after I well, yeah. Okay, they were 30s. I just wasn't getting them centered right. For the tech, 0.30 of a millimeter. Let me get this here. Let me do it here. There we go. 0.30. Oh, they're going to be the same. 0.29 and 0.33. Yep. There we go. They're pretty well the same cups. That's not a problem. We knew they probably would be. Let us measure the filtration. As you can see, there is no bypass in these. But here we have the Tech at 64.7. Put that one there. And we have the CarQuest at 58.2. Is that a big difference? There's that much difference? 64.8 now. And 58.2. Wow. There is a huge difference. And this CarQuest one is just covered in glue everywhere. Purolator. Yeah, Purolator. That's why I don't usually use them. Oh, the Purolator one too, the Tech. It's covered in glue, even worse. Maybe that's where we're getting the extra weight from. It definitely looks like there's more glue on the Tech than the CarQuest. Wow, that is a lot of glue. Oh, let's take a look at the Tech here. Go around here. Look at the glue, sloppy. We got a couple of close pleats here. But all in all, not bad for Purolator. That's sad, eh? And here we go with the CarQuest. Not bad, but again, Purolator. What is this? What is that? Here, let me get something. So, like I said, look at this. We got a toothpick, and we're going right in. I mean, we are going right in there to the metal. Failure point, right there. Take some pressure in this thing, and I bet this thing would start. Oh, it would probably start pushing apart. You can actually see the metal down there. That's not good. CarQuest, well, Purolator technically. But well, let's count the pleats up and see what we got here. So here we go. We got the Tech 53 pleats. And this one, which is supposed to be almost identical, 48 pleats for the CarQuest. Kind of strange. We got that opening there, too. Well, I think it's time we cut her open. And yes, it is time for Super Knife. Here we go. Let's cut these open. Should be an easy job. This is just cellulose filtration. I'm pretty sure of all of that. We got any bit of enhanced cellulose filtration in here. She's just cellulose. I can tell you, like some did, this has enhanced cellulose, but I'm not sure about that at all. The other end has come apart. There we go. There we go. And the glue is kind of, well, it was. There it is. This glue seems very soft. Like, really soft. I don't know. Probably nice and pliable. There we go. Look at that. Let's see. And the center tube. A larger center tube without holes, of course. Purolator. And I personally like the punched out holes or the E-cores. But that's me. I don't use Purolator hardly ever. Or CarQuest, so it's fine. They can do whatever they like. All right. Let's put this over here and get on with the Tech. So this is working. Feels just about the same. This is the, see, almost mixed them up. Just noticed that this one had that open spot. This one's the CarQuest. And that top goes flying. So yeah, the first one was the Tech, which I think I did say, and this one is the CarQuest. There we go. Thank you, Super Knife. Look here, it's pretty well identical to, let's see, it is identical. Punched out louvers. And some of these look pretty punched out, like pretty deep. So it's not terrible. Some I've seen were worse, and believe me, they weren't like Purolator or anything. They were like some different types of brand that punched out louvers. These ones are pretty punched out though. Wow. And let us take a look at the filtration of the CarQuest here. Not terrible. And the Tech. Kind of look identical. If this one didn't have glue all over it. Kinda. Well, let us take a look here. Let us see how thick the filtration is. 0.75 for the Tech. And we'll go with this one with 0.81. That can't be right. Let's try another one. The filtration is that different? Maybe. I knew it. 0.70. I just didn't have it right. It's for the CarQuest. Let me check this one more time just to make sure I get it just perfect. Oh, yeah. The Tech is a bit thicker. So, it is not the same filtration at all. I'm shocked about that. I better put a marking on these, or I'm going to mix these up for sure. This one is the PT, and this one is the, no, this one will be the C. Yes, because it has that little rip here, or actually it didn't glue. There's no glue there at all to have glued that together. So that way we know this is the CarQuest, or C. That's kind of a C. Okay, let's get it measured out and see what we got. So I got the measurement of the filtration, the CarQuest, 40 inches long, 101.5 centimeters by 2 inches or 5 centimeters. And actually, the Purolator Tech is 45 1/4 inches long, or 115.5 centimeters by 2 inch and 5 centimeters. Now, I was going to weigh both of these just to see what our weight is on both. The CarQuest is 12 grams. Yeah, well, this one's going to weigh more for sure. 13 grams. Okay. For the Purolator Tech. There's one thing I forgot to do, and I wanted to measure how wide the canisters were on these. I forgot to do it, by the way. I'm just going to use the base here, because that way it'll be easier to measure. So let me put that down. Let me do this. And get her locked in. 75.13 millimeters, or 2.958 inches. Now, let us see. I locked this in with the little, let us see if that, hey, it's identical. So it's identical on each filter. So there you go. Even for the CarQuest, it's 2.958 or 75.13 millimeters on lock. There we go. Now, what else is there to do? So I was just going to do a little rip test. Here's the CarQuest. You can see where there was the glue stopped here, and there's where the open spot was. And yeah, it was on. The glue stops here. You can see where it was open. That's brutal. This one glued all the way across, and yeah, it ripped up the. Gee, right here it was actually, there was no glue. Yeah, on the Tech. They have a problem with that, I guess. But let's do a little rip test here. Yeah, stuff not bad. Feels thicker than the CarQuest. Actually, I don't know. The CarQuest pretty well comes apart pretty easy. So, yeah. Let's give her a look under the microscope. So here we go, looking at the Purolator Tech first. You can see all that cellulose material there. Looks pretty good. If I can get a better camera angle here. There we go. I think we got a better camera angle here at that. And yeah, you can see it's cellulose. It's looking quite nice, I must say, for that type of filtration. Yeah, we're only getting in at 500 on this magnification. And, well, look at that. You can see, I can't see any of that stuff to the naked eye on there. But when you get in pretty close like this, you can see that type of stuff on the filter. And that doesn't look terrible, yet that stuff is the inside of the filter. And that could be because of me moving it around in here and whatever, picking up stuff. But doesn't take much for this stuff to collect anything. And this is the CarQuest filtration. A little darker color I noticed than the previous, though it doesn't look too bad. I think I can focus a bit better. Well, that's probably as good as it'll get. Something's going on here with the focusing apparatus. That is the outside of the filter. Not too shabby. And here we are with the inside of the filter. The side that faces the tube. And you can see it's pretty well the same thing all the way through. Nice cellulose type of filtration. And yeah, you shouldn't go too much past 5,000 miles with this type of filtration, or things start to break down quick. But we also did see that the CarQuest one did have that gap in where it should be seamed up. So there we go. We got both your types of jobber filters here. Both looked, well, they looked good before I started. But to tell you the truth, I would probably use, if I had a choice, right now, before I check a few more of these CarQuests to make sure that wasn't a one-off, I would use the Tech. And I do have another CarQuest and another Tech that I was going to use in another video, future video. I'll compare them to something else in a later video. But as you can see, these are what they are. There's always lots of glue on these because Purolator is sloppy in that regard. The canisters are pretty thin. Louvers, filtration, and as you can see them sitting here, you can see that they both are kind of different. And the Tech 2 was a lot more filtration in it, actually. I wouldn't say a lot more, quite a bit more, though. Okay, a little more filtration in it because the CarQuest was a bit shorter. It is a very, what do we say, a very less expensive filter, but the Purolator Tech 2 is a less expensive filter. But both jobber filters, I'm sure in a car, if they're not driving over 10,000 to 15,000 miles, they probably both would do a fine job. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Give a comment on what you seen here. Give it a like if you liked it. And, well, catch me again Friday. I have no idea, no used oil filters to do. And hopefully I can figure something out. Thanks for watching.